大陆螃蟹。真的超好吃啊！
I know a girl named Susan. Susan is my friend.
Masarap talaga, di ba?
And she knows I love her. I'll love her till the end.
So there's a few things that the Philippines definitely has a lot of. One of them is lots of amazing islands with white sandy beaches. Another is lots of jeepneys. Those old jeeps that were left over by the US military that the locals turned into private buses. Another is lots of smiling, happy people everywhere. And the last is lots and lots of buco, or large coconuts. People are constantly harvesting them, moving them, eating them, drinking them. Buco is literally everywhere in the Philippines.
So if you're a vegetarian or vegan in the Philippines, this is going to be your best friend. This is a buco, large buco, or a large coconut. So a lot of things are made from this in the Philippines, and you'll find them on every street corner. And nothing goes to waste. Every part of this gets used. People always drinking buco and eating buco.
So let's start taking a look at the top 5 vegan street foods in the Philippines. And the first one is a very common but very simple food called banana-Q, which is a play on the word barbecue. So it's simply deep fried bananas that are deep fried in brown sugar. So simple, just bananas and brown sugar. So simple but so good. You can find them everywhere in the Philippines. So you can see she's deep frying it in the brown sugar, very simple. Put them on a stick, and there you go. A simple treat. And there it is. Only about 50 cents. And they also have another version which is called Camote-Q. So Camote-Q is sweet potatoes, also deep fried in brown sugar. So a little bit heartier flavor.
Get a buco.
And of course, you gotta wash it down with some fresh buco juice. Just like I said, buco is everywhere. Even at this small little banana-Q stand, you can get fresh buco juice for about 50 cents a glass. So good and so fresh. Can't pass that up. Now, one of the best things about the Philippines is that there's so many little bakeries on every street, and they somehow manage to push out fresh bread several times a day. And one of the best flavors is called pan de coco, which translates from Spanish as coconut bread, which again is buco, always buco, they even put it in the bread. But this is a soft bread with chunks of coconut inside, so it's soft but also sweet filling, and you can often get them several times a day freshly baked, hot out of the oven.
Very soft, freshly baked. With the coconut inside. Masarap talaga, di ba?
Now, besides fresh bucos, another thing you'll find a lot of in the Philippines is fresh sliced pineapple. You can find these carts along every street selling fresh pineapple, watermelon, and papaya. And they always keep them on ice, so they're totally fresh. Now, the pineapples in the Philippines are extra sweet, so they're so good in the afternoon for a little snack. So as a vegetarian or vegan, a little fresh sweet pineapple in the middle of the afternoon is such a great treat. It's a real winner. Plus, they'll chop it up for you and they'll add a little salt, tastes great. And for less than $1, you really can't go wrong. And of course, in the Philippines, it's always a good idea to keep a little spare change in your pocket, just in case somebody needs a little helping hand. So the next vegan street food we want to focus on is called Suman. Suman. Now you can usually find this in a downtown area, usually around the church area, and you'll see these tables set up where people selling all sorts of cakes and different kind of desserts and snacks. Now most of these cakes you'll find are actually using rice flour, not wheat flour, so keep that in mind. But right now we want to focus on Suman. Suman is sticky rice with coconut milk and coconut cream steamed in banana leaf. So totally vegan, no milk products, all coconut milk or coconut cream, and steamed inside a banana leaf. So good. And perfect for vegans and vegetarians, especially if you want to eat it while walking around.
Now, I'm told that the authentic way to eat this is to put sugar on top when you take it home. I don't have any sugar, but if you want, you can try that. That's how the locals eat it. Very chewy.
So even though the Philippines has a lot of great street food, a lot of it is going to be meat. You're going to find a lot of chicken, a lot of pork, a lot of seafood, and pretty much anything that you can put on a stick. So lots of fish balls and squid balls. Again, anything you can put in a tiny cup or a stick. And the fried chicken, they love the fried chicken. The rotisserie chicken is pretty much everywhere. So you'll have to navigate your way around this stuff as a vegan or vegetarian. But at the same time, there's lots of fresh fruit everywhere. Just like we discussed earlier with the fresh pineapple, papaya, watermelon, and with the banana-Q, you can find fruit stalls and fruit stands, bananas, buco, papaya, pineapple, pretty much everywhere. So even though you got to navigate through a lot of meat dishes, you definitely have a lot of options when it comes to fresh fruit.
So we're here at Quiapo District in downtown Manila at Quiapo Church. And this is one of the biggest street food areas in all of Manila City. Now, most of the foods you find here, you can actually find in any major city or town in the Philippines, usually around the church. But we're coming here because most people come to the Philippines, their first stop is Manila. So this is definitely one place you want to check out. Lots of street foods, lots of varieties, and lots of vegetarian and vegan foods. So let's check it out.
So the next vegan street food on our list is called Bukayo. And it's made from, wait for it, Buco. Of course it's Buco. So you've heard of like candy apple. Well, this is like a candy coconut. It's coconut meat sauteed in a brown sugar and coconut water. So it's really unique. Probably the only place I've seen this before is in the Philippines. Again, everything is Buco. It all comes back to the Buco. But you've definitely got to try this one. It's so sweet, just like a candy apple. Sorry, but I just couldn't help myself. I had to get another fresh glass of Buco juice. I think I'm gonna have to go into Buco rehab pretty soon. I'm just eating Buco all day and drinking Buco all day. I just can't help myself. It's on every corner and it's so good and so cheap. I mean, seriously, in any supermarket in the US or Europe, you'd pay $10 for one of these. But here's 50 cents a glass and it's fresh and it's got the coconut meat in it. Oh, how can you say no? Somebody call the Buco rehab. I'm checking in. So now it's time to get back on our way and track down the #1 vegan street food in the Philippines. And the winner is fresh lumpia. Fresh lumpia. Now lumpia and fresh lumpia are basically large egg rolls. Now lumpia is the deep fried version. Fresh lumpia is the non-fried version. But again, they're basically large egg rolls. So inside, you have an assortment of vegetables like lettuce, some bean sprouts, some tofu, right? Now there is a meat version which has some fish oil and some shrimp. So you make sure when you order it, you tell them you want the vegetarian version, and they'll give you that. So fresh lumpia, like I said, it's a large egg roll. So the wrapping is soft, but inside you have the crunchy vegetables. Such a good combination. And then on top, they smother it with a soy sauce and cornstarch kind of sauce. And then on top of that, some fresh peanuts. So really a great combination of a soft wrapper with crunchy vegetables inside and then a savory sauce on top. Such a great combination. Again, it's like a soft unfried egg roll. Such a great combination of soft and crunchy flavors and savory all together.
It's like a sweet and savory egg roll. Lots of vegetables inside. Really?
So there it is, the #1 vegan street food in the Philippines, fresh lumpia. Because everybody's had a deep fried egg roll before, but this one is a soft egg roll with a nice savory sauce on top and fresh peanuts. Such a great combination and explosion of flavors, especially for vegans and vegetarians. So it's getting dark here at Quiapo Market, and that means there's a whole bunch of other interesting vegan foods that are going to start going on sale that are only available at night. But we'll save that for another time.
Right.
So that's it for the top 5 vegan street foods in the Philippines. But I don't think the video would be complete if I don't give a special mention to the unofficial star of the video. And that is, you guessed it, Buco. Buco, like I told you, it's in everything and it's everywhere. But I mean, it's so good and so healthy and so cheap. Why not? Now for me, I think it's the unofficial winner of the video. I didn't put it in the top 5 because it's pretty much everywhere. I mean, you can stop anywhere and get a fresh whole Buco chopped up, less than $1. Or you can stop anywhere and get a fresh glass of Buco juice, less than $1. No additives and no preservatives. Totally fresh and totally healthy. Now, if you look at any supermarket in the US or in Europe, you'll find coconut water so expensive. Just for one bottle of coconut water with additives and preservatives, you're looking $5-10 a bottle. But in Philippines, it's everywhere. So fresh, so cheap, no additives, no preservatives. How can you pass that up? Now, if you agree with me that Buco is the unofficial winner of the video, and you love Buco as much as I do, let me know in the comments. But anyways, I think I'll be checking into Buco rehab anytime now, so that's okay.
So that's the top 5 vegan and vegetarian street foods in the Philippines. There's a lot more we could still do. So we'll probably do a second episode. So make sure you're subscribed. And if there's some foods that we missed that you think we should include next time, let me know. And we probably might do a whole episode on Buco next time because there's so many Buco lovers, including myself. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe to Asian Vegan Love. Now I'm going to go have some more Buco juice. Masarap talaga, di ba?